the 2017 Hyundai Tucson SE Plus trim level. Folks, this is Jeremiah at Shoals Hyundai. I'm about to give you a quick tour of the vehicle. We're going to start from the outside and work our way onto the inside. And let's go ahead and get us started underneath the hood. First thing to mention as I go in, this vehicle does have proximity entry, which we'll go over here in just a second. And on every Hyundai, you will go from right to left, find that latch and lift. And there we are. This features a 2-liter 4-cylinder. And you have safety features like your breakaway motor mount right there. In case of a front-end collision, the engine is designed to break off and drop down and go against the firewall. So objects have to go through it to get to you on the inside. And additionally, there are crumple zones on both sides that serve two purposes. Like every vehicle I go over, this is designed with those crumple zones to allow this front end to crush and crumple to this point right here, and then delivers that impact up the A-pillar and out the back side of the vehicle so you don't get the hard hit on the inside. Now there are 7 airbags in this vehicle, 2 in the front, 2 side front, 2 side rear. The 7th is at the driver's knees. This is a 5 out of 5 possible starter safety rated vehicle. One of the other reasons is the small overlap front test right here. If you were to hit a pole, this would usually push and hit that steering wheel and push it into the chest or the legs of the driver. This passes that test. The dummy lives. The dummy lives. So down here we have our jeweled LED daytime running lights with fog lights, side repeating turn signals that do break away for the mailboxes and trash cans of the world. As previously mentioned, we do have our proximity entry, which means this vehicle does have push button start on the inside, as we will see. And coming to the back, soft touch button right there, hydraulic lift. And then on the inside we have, and particularly on this vehicle, some goodies. Usually you have your first aid kit from Hyundai, chock full of stuff. We have front license plate placard, and of course our carpeted floor mats. Back here we have our 12-volt power adapter, and our seats are 60-40 split, so they'll lay down accordingly. And you can see that you can also recline for the people in the back to take a nap. Underneath we do have our spare, and then we have our storage spots on either side. Now the way these work, I'll lift this up, so I can pop these out and store items in there. Now there are some stowage spots. You see these little squares here, here, and here. That's for your privacy shade. So your privacy shade can line up the whole back. And obviously when this is reclined, you can't go to that first one. You have to go to the second one. Or we can stow it here or hide it completely down inside here. This is also able, this little piece right here, to come all the way out. You pull it all the way out, and it will drop down to this second rung here to give you about 3 or 4 more inches of height space in the rear end of the vehicle. So that's that. Let's go to the inside, onto the rear seat. Balloons. They come with balloons. All right, getting right to it. We do have leather seats and the SE Plus. This is a dark leather, and there's your recline button. Coming on the inside, one notable feature for young ones: hardback seats, so your kidneys don't have to take a beating. So it's also easy to clean off too. They have their own vents in the back, so folks don't have to complain about being too hot or too cold. And then we do have here our armrest and also cup holder, and all 4 doors have bottle holders back here. Now I am 5'11". See if I can get a good view right here. This seat's pushed way far back. Actually, it's pretty. I'll have to adjust it when I get up there, but I still have leg room regardless. And then as far as headroom, yeah, plenty of headroom. So, and also 4 old blank handles on all 4 doors. So let's go up to the driver's seat. Go over some unique features. Usual suspects here with the power windows, power locks, power windows, and then also your adjustment for your power seats. This is 6-way adjustable, 2-way, and then your lumbar support. Love the button placement here. We have our interior lights and then our blind spot detection, which we'll show off here in just a second, and then our electronic stability control. So blind spot detection, let's go ahead and auto roll down those windows. And I'm going to turn it off and turn it back on. You will see it illuminates right there. So what that symbol indicates is that somebody in your blind spot, and when it's illuminated, and if you turn on the turn signal, that will flash repeatedly and emit an audible signal inside the cabin to keep you from turning over into the person coming up behind you. So that is your blind spot detection. But the most important feature you've got to have is the sunglass holder, and that is here just about every Hyundai. Coming down in our storage, we have our our tray, removable tray with our storage in here. And then we have, of course, our cubby holes for chapstick and nail clippers, your cup holder, great place for a cell phone or your keys right there. And then down here we also have a place to throw your cell phone down, and they have these removable pieces for easy cleaning. Also, two 12-volt power adapters with USB and auxiliary. When my lights turn on, it's kind of hard to see in the daylight, but this does illuminate with a blue light when the lights are on. Moving up to our environmental controls, we have auto dual air, as a matter of fact, with all of our modes and fan speeds down here. And then we also have heated seats for driver and passenger on this vehicle. Moving up, AM, FM, XM satellite radio, and you also have Bluetooth capability, as well as Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as a part of this vehicle. So if you're not familiar with those, you can search on YouTube, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Great feature to add. Otherwise, you do have Hyundai's navigation system on here. When we touch the side of the screen we want to interact with, we'll close that. And so we can use Hyundai Maps or go back home, and we go to the other side and enjoy some hip hop, whatever we want to listen to on our XM radio. And also it's all touch, so we can go to our FM. And I love the retro look right here. This is also not just for looks, this is functional, so I can actually swipe, turn to the radio station for us. Or of course I can twist and press, come over here and lift and flick, or just use my voice command to say FM 91.3 or whatever station we want to go to. Speaking of which, onto the steering wheel here. Cruise control is to the right, and love the button placement. We have buttons, toggle switches, and buttons, so it's easy to memorize with your fingers where you're at. And the same thing, of course, on the left-hand side with voice command, AM, FM, XM changer, volume, channel, answer, and hang up. All easily placed there. And down here we have our lights. And notice as I change my lights up here, it changed my lights, it does change up there. So it's easy to see that at nighttime as opposed to this. So, good idea there. Same thing for our windshield wipers. As we change them, it changes up there, especially those intermittent wipers. We can adjust by increments of how fast we want it to go or how slow. Furthermore, up here we do have rain, trip A, trip B, and our digital speedometer, as well as analog and tachometer. And I can flick through like we saw before to go to see our fuel efficiency. Whoever drove this previously wasn't driving very fuel efficiently, but at 30 miles remain on our range, trip A and trip B. We can also go through the various modes at the top, and lots of settings that we can change on here. And one of my favorites is the service interval, where we can actually determine when it will ding at us for when it's time for our next service. So we will close that and not save. Steering wheel is tilt and telescopic, so you can put it right where you want it to go. And then as far as our headrest, or not headrest, but our sun visor, love the fact that that will extend all the way out and keep that sun from getting in your eyes. And on the rear view mirror, we do have, as I'm looking at myself in the mirror, we do have the compass and then home link for your garage door. And then also here we have BlueLink telematic system. Now BlueLink is designed like OnStar on steroids. That's what I call it. You can remote start your vehicle with BlueLink, lock your doors with your phone, determine the temperature. If you're in an accident, they know exactly where you're at. That's just a tip of the iceberg of what BlueLink will do for you. If you're curious on that, you can also search on YouTube for BlueLink, and you'll get a pretty good tutorial on it. But I think that about covers it on this vehicle. If I've missed something that you'd like to see, please let me know in the comments below, or you can call or text me at 256-415-7131. Again, this is Jeremiah here at Shoals Hyundai. Thank you so much for watching. Look forward to seeing you at the dealership. Take care.